It has a very kind of fairy tale-ish look, but we're trying to tell a rather contemporary tale. Just when you feel like, I understand what this game is about, we like to kind of subvert your expectations.
Gertrude's log, day 34. My latest adventure has led me to the mysterious ruins of an ancient temple. I wonder what exciting new discoveries I shall make here. Oh no, here comes those boring old soldiers again.
You mentioned Mr. Soldier. I know we refer to him as Mr. Soldier, but do you personally name him something?
We name him Direct Control Soldier. Yeah, we're quite boring.
It's either Direct Control or DC.
He didn't have a name when I started working on him. I think the original name was a kinematic character, which is the most boring thing in the world. Direct Control Soldier is a bit more sort of explains what it is. Still rather boring, but we know what it is.
Mr. Soldier, where are you marching to this time?
Mr. Soldier is one mechanic that we're very proud of, because it really sort of changes the formula of the game very dramatically. Midway through the game, you actually get to control one of these soldiers. You can go anywhere with him, and it really brings a new element to the gameplay itself, but also a new element to the puzzle solving. So, you know, because he can go anywhere, there's all kinds of new things that we can do as kind of puzzle designers, but also obviously for the player to enjoy and explore.
Look at me! So nimble, so flexible.
We like to tell the story in as natural way as possible to the player and keep the player's immersion through the whole game. So there are cutscenes in Tin Hearts, but they tend to appear and happen in the world around you as you're playing. So you can experience them from whatever angle you feels right, or, you know, focusing on the detail of what's happening, or draw back.
I had done the camera work as well and the lighting, and I thought we initially were going with like nice cut. But then obviously you have to take into consideration VR. So then suddenly you're like, okay, this needs to be a nice fluid thing, and it needs to not detach the character from this experience.
Well, please, do carry on. Well, don't mind me. Pretend I'm not even here.
Well, all right then.
I think it's a really nice way to present a story within games, and it's something we've spent a lot of time on trying to perfect and make it feel as natural and you're as involved in the story as possible.
A few of the levels that I worked on at the beginning had already sort of been conceptualized, because, you know, the Tin Hearts is a game that's been a long time in the making.
We started out by playing Act 1. That was the very first thing that we did. We played what the previous team had done to get a sense of their style and what they were trying to achieve with the story and the gameplay.
Because every designer sort of has a different style, and so trying to have something that is cohesive with the work of the previous team was really important. A lot of it is about drip feeding the mechanics of the acts to the player, because obviously you can't hit them with all of the stuff that you want to show them at once. I mean, there's various machines that need their own levels in order for you to properly contextualize them and understand how they operate in the wider game. And so it's all about coming up with puzzles that not only are challenging and are fun and understandable, but also serve to teach these mechanics to the player in a way that's sort of accessible and which allows you to iterate on them over time.
There's almost like a storytelling aspect to it. It's not one big puzzle that the player is overwhelmed with. It's lots of little puzzles that guide you on a journey, if you like.
We try to keep things really consistent and sort of really interwoven when it comes to the mechanics and the storytelling. If there's an opportunity to introduce a fun mechanic, we will explore it, but then we also want to make sure that it kind of makes sense and is consistent with the story we're trying to tell.
Mummy, can I tell you a secret?
You can tell me anything, my darling. You know that.
I know I haven't really commented on the story itself, which is on purpose. Because it's a very interesting journey with lots of twists and turns. We wanted to put a bit of ourselves in there, and what you tend to see is that people do connect with that. For me, there's always a point where there's kind of a dialogue between the creator and the person who's experiencing that, and if we can achieve that, then I think we've done our job right as storytellers.